The city of angels is black and gold. You are listening to the Heart of LAFC podcast. And now, Joseph Zacher.
Greetings, Los Angeles. Welcome to episode 371 of the Heart of LAFC podcast. We're going to call this one Down to the Wire for very obvious reasons as we take this thing to the actual last match of the season to decide where we finish this year and get ready for the playoffs. Of course, talking down to the wire, congrats to the Los Angeles Dodgers on getting through San Diego. Yep. Enjoy the Mets because that's who you're playing next. Of course, I know Tony's happy. He's with us tonight. Bam's not so happy. He's with us tonight for very obvious reasons with baseball. And I'm just like, well, my team's not even in it, so what? I'm having fun with this thing. I'll go to you, Tony, first, since you are celebrating. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. Excited for the 3 points that we've got and still have a chance for first, but there's a lot of things we have to go through before we talk about that. But again, glad 3 points. We just need to win out and then let everything else fall.
There it is. There it is. Of course, his Yankees could end up still playing the Dodgers, so that's all happy times for him. Us too, our baseball teams are watching just like we are. So there you go. Of course, yes, the boys did get the big win over the weekend. LAFC 2's finding out where they're going to be next for the playoffs. We'll cover that as well. We will definitely talk about magic numbers because it's the simplest number you can ever imagine. And yeah, that's how it plays itself out. All right, let's get right into it. I'm going to go here and let's see here. We're going to talk about SKC. What happened? Of course, they tried to get revenge, and y'all know how that didn't happen. So let's talk about it. So 3-0 win, of course, against SKC. Lineups were as follows. Of course, we played the 3-4-3 in this match. Lloris was, of course, back in goal. Chanot, Palencia, and Long were holding it down in the back. Yeah, a little bit different there. O'Brien and Tillman were also your defensive midfielders in this setup. Olvera and Hollingshead were the outsides. Now, up top, we had Giroud, Martinez, yeah, right, and Bouanga. Let's be honest, Martinez kind of earned this thing. So that was the lineup. The other guys, on the other hand, it's pretty typical, I'd say. Amelia was back in goal. Voloder and Joaquin were in the back. They had Davis and Ndembe as their outside backs. Rodriguez, Basong, and Walter were their midfielders. Up top, Polito, Russell, and I'm going blank again. Alifa, I think. Whatever. That's what they had in lineup. It was a little shifted, but again, most of the common faces that you would see. Now, the game, on the other hand, like I said, 3-0 seemed pretty handy to me. So I'm going to throw it to Tony. Give us the highlights of this one, man.
Pretty much the highlights was it was a pretty decent game, let's be honest, for both sides of the field. Of course, once the first goal and the way it went in, it's kind of dictated what the game was going to be like, because in the 14th minute, Denis Bouanga pretty much had a penalty opportunity that he created himself. Ended up trying to slide it straight in the middle. Fortunately for Mendia, can't even say his name or not. Blocked it. Mendia blocked it straight up with the head, but then right then and there, Martinez was right there, able to slot it top shelf in. And that's how pretty much it was going to be the rest of the game, because there were many opportunities that SKC could do, but couldn't just handle the situation. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't until pretty much the 45th minute and plus one, like an extra time for the first half, you had Denis again just taking it down the freaking wing and then finding Christian just by himself, because went through the defender, the keeper, and then Christian Oliveira has to do is just tap it in and, set it up really well. And that was 2-0 going into the half, which was, again, scariest lead to go in. But for this game, I feel like it was okay.
Yeah, again, it seemed the expected result at the time, right? Halftime, fine, 2-0, get the job done, try to stay healthy. Yeah, we want Bongo to be a little bit more efficient there. That's a little bit freaky to miss a PK, and it wasn't well taken, let's be honest. But Martinez, Johnny on the spot, taking care of business. That's fine by me. More impressed by the amount of fans that went out, the supporters. It's cool seeing everybody that was out there from the photos, and also cool seeing everybody partying over in Pomona. I'll just leave it there. Right, Tony? Fun times, fun times.
I was not there for that one, but it seemed from Fun Times as as the thing is from watching. But it was
Yeah.
overall. That's how the Fun Times.
Big audience. Good stuff,
Mhm.
guys. Now, second half, of course, there was one more goal to talk about. How did that one go down, sir?
That one was Mr. Aaron Long signed to be a master striker for the day. It was pretty much a broken down play. Aaron Long was still in the box. They left him open. He goes, "Hey, let's see if I still have it." Curler right foot to the opposite end into the goal, and that ends the ball game. There's of course, the missed offside opportunity was a very close one where Boanga was caught offsides by just a hair, passes it in, and Bogus puts it in, and would have been 4-0, which would have helped us in the lead up to the tiebreaker that will break down coming up soon, but ended up being offsides. That's could end up haunting us. But again, there's a lot of goals that could have ended up haunting us moving forward. But that was pretty much the ball game. Go into the game and go into SKC, and we might not see most of those players because at the end of the day, most of the SKC's players are club options, or they're gone at the end of the season, and maybe the head coach is finally going to say, you know what, I'm done coaching and just be a GM, or maybe move up more into the head office.
Yeah, there's a lot of shakeup that's probably going to happen. SKC can't say it's not deserved, but yeah, there's a lot of guys who put a lot of service into that club, and it's just they kind of hit that point where they need a refresh. So, again, I'd expect a few like Russell to be back, but definitely expect a lot of turnover there. Um, they did the best they could this year, but it was just very much short. Their horrible start cost them, and now you see they need a little more, a lot more. On our side, of course, good to get the 3 goals. Do you want more? Yes. Are we chasing? Yes. The game in hand, of course, is going to be important, and I'm just going to jump right into it. Talk about the magic numbers, where we stand, and where we're going. Of course, as I almost lose a view of my info here. Of course, we're in second place. We have 58 points right now. Galaxy are, of course, at 64. They've got 1 game and we've got the 2. That's what makes it so important for us. So if they lose out, we still have a fighting chance. If they get a win, it's over. If they get a tie, good luck, right? Not happening. We have to have them lose their last game and we need to win out. That's it. That's the mission. It's that important. Of course, some other things do have to fall in place. If you look at the tie-breaking procedures, I know a lot of people are head-to-head, head-to-head. That's not what it says according to the league tiebreakers. Number 1, of course, will be the points, obviously. Then it becomes total number of wins. Then it becomes goal difference, and then goals for. Then you get fewest disciplinary points. Go figure. Why that's even there? Who knows? Away goals differential, away goals, home goals differential, home goals for, and then of course the coin toss is number 9. If you look at the numbers, do you see where it falls out here? Let's get a little closer in. Again, we're at 58. They're at 64. Say we get tied up. Well, here's the fun part. On the win side of things, they've got 19 right now. We've got 17. So we can match that. Kick it further, right? Now, what's next? Goals for. This is where it's trouble for us. They've got 68. We've only got 58. We aren't going to score 10 goals, right? Or say we do 9, and it's going to be really hard. That's going to take a miracle on that end of things. So it's really hard on the goals for. So we've got to hope that the goal differential just plays itself out. What's the goal differential? They're at a plus 20. We're at a plus 17. A much more logical approach, right? That can happen, especially if they lose their last game. And so that's where we're at. it's going to come down to the goal differential if we can pull it off. If they blow it and we get there, so that's how it's going to be. For the rest of the West, of course, it's settled. We know who's going to be in it. We don't know where he's going to place quite yet. That still can be a bit topsy-turvy, especially in the middle of the pack. For us, for the Galaxy, for the Sounders, not much movement from where they're at, right? 1, 2, and 3 are almost settled unless we can pull off a bit of a miracle here. The Sounders can catch us if we mess up. I'll put it that. So can Real Salt Lake, let's be honest. But there it is. We just got to do our jobs. I think that's simple, and hopefully things fall into place for us on the final day, on decision day. Bam, I'm looking at you, sir. Your thoughts, man? Are you feeling good that this could happen? I mean, I think they have to play Houston, right? And that's never an easy matchup.
They do. Also looking at too is that Mark Delgado will be missing for that game, so it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Because would it come down to missing that player for them could hurt them. You never know.
Well, and Royce is showing his age again, isn't he?
He a little bit. If you look at Royce is out as questionable at the moment on the MLS, so we'll see what happens there.
If those two are missing, I mean, one was replacing the other, right? If you're missing both of those guys, they have questions. And Houston's ready to go. You know how scrappy Houston is. It puts it on us. We got the Earthquakes, the last place team on the final day. Yes, they're kind of a nemesis at times. They've burned us. That's true. But we're at home. Like, we should do the job. Vancouver's the bigger risk this weekend, and we will cover why. But on our end, we should do our part. I expect us to do our part. Again, it's not in our hands. That's the rough side of it. So we'll see how it plays itself out. Who we play next, who cares? Just get to where you need to go. We'll figure that out after the fact. And like I said, it's too bad it's not head-to-head to be something that's involved in this, but it's just not. The tiebreaker doesn't list it. That's life. That's the way it plays itself out. Now, going forward, we'll see what you guys think. Tony, how are you feeling? Do you think we've got a chance at this thing?
We still have a chance, depending on how we play, and then of course we need goals to go in our favors on both ends. And what I mean by that, as we said, us scoring to catch up, and then Carson to let in some goals to kind of even itself out. But all I'm worried about right now is getting the win, making sure we're in peak form and hot at the right time, which again, this is the playoffs, and being hot is the right opportunity time. Because again, as people forgot, then we are talking playoffs, but the first round for everyone is a 3-game. It technically is 3 games, and you have to win 2 out of the 3. Doesn't matter about what score, because once you win one, all right, reset, do it again. There's no goal advocate. There's no nothing. So we need to get hot. We need to make sure everything's okay with us. First place would be nice, so we don't have to go away for the championship game, because that's what's most likely going to happen if it goes the way it's supposed to go. But as of right now, we need to focus on making sure everyone's healthy, making sure everyone's fit, and of course, as Burke brought up in the field, how many minutes, is making sure Vela is playoff ready.
Yeah. And we're going to need him this weekend as we cover what's happening this weekend, which is total chaos for MLS, but what else do you expect? But we did see him training, so I think they're hinting at something very obviously. All right. I see a few comments. I'm going to jump over to you guys right now. Again, we love what you guys put out. It's been like this all year. So let's see who's we got on tonight. Dave, there we go. He says, hell yeah, nearly LAFC time. Hola familia. Hey, Dave, loving that you're on, sir. Burke is on as well. Friday night turn up. Yeah, I know, a rare Friday night for the Heart of LAFC, but we are here for you guys. Dave is giving his happy birthday wishes. I would try to pronounce that, but that would be a bit of a mission, right? We'll let Tony do it for his birthday for fun if you're down for it. He's just laughing at me now. There you go. Head of the shake. But again, thank you, Dave,
No.
for that.
Thank you.
Hey, there's Jason. Jason's back on. Old fam right here. Says, what's up, guys? Looking forward to some Sunday football. Yeah, little different speed right there. Burke
I'm not.
says, how many minutes do you think Vela will get this Sunday? I think significant minutes. And you're like, what do you mean? We'll talk about how many players are missing this week, which kind of forces the situation, unless you want the kids to play the whole game. But yeah, you kind of have to play them. We'll just leave it at that. And yes, Bam, you want to add in on that?
For Jason's, I'm not looking forward to Sunday football. That means it's Monday my time. I'll be at work. I'll miss another game. Saturdays is perfect. I got Sundays off. I can stay, relax, watch the game, do some housework, all that perfect stuff. But no, it's got to be a Sunday game.
See, in Bam's world, a MLS Friday Night Lights would be would be the ideal, right, Bam? That would be perfect.
Yeah, like honestly, I like the Saturdays because it's Sunday for me. It's a day that I don't normally go out. I'm around the house doing housework, so I can generally sit down and watch the game. So Saturday games is perfect for me. Saturday night games, it's a lunchtime game. So get up, mow the lawns, come inside, have lunch, watch the game, go back out, finish the lawns.
There it is. When he says the lawn, I mean it's a lawn, people. I'm just gonna leave it at that. It's an all-day project. I get it. Yeah. So Burke, I think he's gonna get minutes since you threw it out there, but we shall see. We'll explain why in a few seconds here. Of course, I do want to jump over to community news since we are on this. I know there's going to be a lot of watch parties this Sunday. Thank goodness. So, Tony, I'm going to throw this one to you, sir. Who's doing what this weekend?
So Lucky's and 420 Originals are going to be at the York in Highland Park. That's like near the old location of where Saturday's football in. So there's that. Expos will be at Disto Cartorce at 1837 First Street, Los Angeles, California. Empire Boys will be at SoFi, not the SoFi, but so as in and 5, Rancho 11747 Stadium Way, Rancho Cucamonga. And of course, Black Army, which I'll probably show up as well. And Joseph, if he, has some time with the kids and be able to go, will be, but again, early time. So we'll see what time it is because it's going to be a rushing time for myself because I get off work. But Black Army will be at Mount Low Brewing Co., 150 East Street, Joseph Street, Arcadia, California.
It's like in the cards, right?
Yeah.
So there is that. Yeah, head out to the watch parties, wherever one you can get to. If it's closer to you somewhere else, that's cool too. SoFi is a pretty good setup, I will say. I've gone to that one before. It's fun times, that's for sure. All right, let's move it on forward here. I know we're going fast for a reason. It's Friday night, people. Tony's got somewhere to be. I'm just gonna leave it like that. As he should, birthday boy. Come on now. All right. So LAFC 2, what happened on decision day? Yeah, not the greatest situation. I know. They fell to Kansas City 4-3 on decision day. Javier Hernandez did score a hat trick, so that was the bright side of it. Of course, the boys will start their first ever playoff run in St. Louis on October 20th for the first round, 12 p.m. kickoff. Match will, of course, be streamed on Apple TV. So, yes, St. Louis picked us to be the victim. Hey, whatevs, man. Let's go. Hopefully the guys can pick it up for that match and get the job done. But yeah, didn't end so well for us, but at least we're in the show for the first time ever, right? So good news on that side. Ooh, Black and Gold Vinyl Club minute. Yeah, we are speeding on through. Anybody got a nominee? I've got a weird one, but who else has got one?
Weird one.
All right. So the Prodigy. You remember those guys from way back in the day? Yeah, they're making new music again. So yeah, I was listening to a little bit of that stuff, but I'll go with their classic album, Fat of the Land, because that is the one, right? But dude, Dirt Chamber Sessions, all that fun stuff. Yeah, I was a fan back in the day. Have fun with it, man. Prodigy's awesome. and Bam can attest, right?
100%. It's going to be interesting to see what the music's like, seeing that Keith Flint's no longer around. So, may he rest in
I
peace.
know.
But he was amazing. So it'd be interesting to see what the new music's going to be like. I'm looking forward to it.
There's a little bit out already. Check it out. I'm telling you, it's good. It's good. But yeah, some good memories there from way, way back. I'll just leave it at that. All right. So I guess that's good enough for everybody, right? We're good. All right. Let's get into what we want to talk about. Of course, the next match. What's going to happen? We got Vancouver. We don't like traveling to Vancouver. We know this already, right? It's not a great history going up there. We've had moments, though. Vela's definitely had some interesting moments up there. But that's who we've got to face this weekend. And you're like, well, no problem, man. We got this. We got this. Hear the record scratch. Hold up. We have a little bit of a problem. The missing names from this match will be the bigger story than the actual match in a way. They're missing 6 players. We're missing 5 players, it's looking like. Yes, Bam?
It looks like they're missing 8. They're missing 8
because of injuries.
And we are missing 7
more. 7. All right. So the international duty, I'll throw that one out there. You can throw the injuries. Denny Bouanga playing for Gabon. He played today. He plays on Tuesday. Yeah, I mean, he's not coming here. Omar Campos, under 23 Mexico. Yeah. Maxime Chenot, Luxembourg. Was it Europa League right now? What else? Yeah, that's happening. David Martinez. He didn't have a kid on today, but he is with Venezuela. That's World Cup qualifiers, though. Christian Oliveira, yeah, goal scorer from last week, just like David Martinez. He's with Uruguay. I know he's not getting a lot of love from the Uruguay fans right now. Let's hope that gets better. But they won't be here. Who's injured for LAFC, sir?
The 2 that we know of, obviously Lorenzo and Murillo. They're both still out injured. So the list on the MLS got updated today. So
brutal. It's brutal. Now, I would say this. It sounds bad, but then you look at Vancouver and go, oh, that's real bad. So this is who they're missing. Sam Edekugbe, Canada. Ali Ahmed, Canada. Andres Cubas, Paraguay. And they all play like Tuesday, so they're not coming back, guys. Ryan Gold, Scotland. That's bad news for them. Fafa Pico, Haiti. And, of course, he missed last game for a red card suspension, so it's been a while for him. And then Pedro Vite, Ecuador. Like, tell me which one hurts more, guys. I would be more worried if I was them than us because I know who we have available for this thing. That makes it a little more manageable. I think is an easy way to put it. Now, like I said, let's look at who can feature for these guys. Of course, their leading scorer this year is Brian White. Not called up, right? Well, they have injuries, though, too. So who is injured, sir?
So for them, they're missing keeper Max Anchor with a finger injury. And they're missing Habuni with illness.
All right. So they're not the greatest feature. Let's just say that. That's not hurting them too much, but the others are. Again, look at the dent here. Brian White, 15 goals. Right behind him is Ryan Gold with 9. Fafa Pico with 9, and they're both out of the lineup. Yeah, good luck with that. After that, Raposo, he's got 3 assists. Yeah, and it just drops off hard after that. Our goals. The assists, Ryan Gold, the assist leader, 15 on the lineup. Sebastian Berhalter with 5. Fafa Pico with 5. He's out. Raposo, 5. He head down the line and it just drops off hard. So they're hurting lineup wise, and they are kind of in a free fall as well. Looking at their record, they've lost. Well, they're winless in their last 5. We'll just be nice. It hasn't gone well at all. They're in a free fall, even though they're in the playoffs. They're going to be in that little mini playoff first, and I'm not sure they're going to survive that. It's looking pretty rough for these guys, right? Right, Bam?
100%. And, if, as you were saying, whether Ryan Gold or Pico get injury during the international duty is going to hurt them even more.
Yeah. I mean, you're all getting hit by the international duty, which, let's be honest, normal leagues would take this week off, but MLS going to MLS and completely throw the standings out of whack in a week where nobody should have been playing. And that's that. And look how much it affects the standings. It actually completely dents the playoff picture with 2 matches to go. And everybody's underhanded. Not sure that's fair, but hey, it's MLS. Fair ain't the deal here. So you want to add into that, Bam?
Well, you look at it too, like there is really only 2 games this weekend. You got us in Vancouver, and you got Crew and New England. So you look at that kind of stuff. It's unfortunate, but at least in a way, there's only 4 teams being affected, really.
Yeah, but how big is this effect? Crew have 60 points, so we're chasing them, and they're missing players. They drop that match. Say both of us get to the final. This weekend's games could be the deciding factor on whether the game would be in Columbus or in our house.
Well, it's in our hands. That's what we got to do. We got to do what we got to do. We got to get the 3 points, just like any other week. We just got to make sure we get the 3 points.
Yeah, you can't complain about it, right? It just doesn't help you. You just have to focus and move on. But hey, when your backups are Olivier Giroud and Carlos Vela, and we're fine. We'll be fine. Backline maybe a little shuffled, but we should be fine. And that's where we bring it. Now, the Whitecaps lineup, this is going to just be mystery land. Let's be real. I think they did a 3-4-3 last game. Sometimes they go 3-4-1-2. I don't know what. They might throw 5 in the back. I don't know. You look at the lineup, and it's tough. Like Takaoka is normally in goal. Last time they had Veselinovic, Laborda, and Udvik in the back. I guess that's safe, right? And then Vite and Kubas as your defensive midfielders. Oh, that's affected. And then Ahmed and Adekugbe as their outside midfielders. And then White, Armstrong, and Gold up top. Mind you, Pico was suspended. That's why it looked like this. But Swiss cheese in this lineup, right? I mean, it's bad, right?
But also it too is all these new players are getting a shot. This is their time to shine. If they can come out, and it's just like with our young players that we'll be playing this week. This is their time to shine, show that they are who they are.
Simple as that. Yeah, I got to look back at the lineups and who could it be? Blackman's a name that could show up this week. That's a familiar face. He might be their center back. Yeah. Again, hard. I think the bigger story is going to be us and who features for us in this thing. Again, probably going to be the 3-4-3. I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe it will be the 4-3-3 to be careful. But yeah, the faces should be pretty familiar to you. Kamara and Giroud are here. Vela's here. The kids are here, except for Martinez. So, yeah, something can work there. The midfield situation, Tillman, O'Brien, still here, right? We're good there. Ilie, still here. We're good. Outsides, of course, Campos being gone. Well, Hollingshead is here, right? Palencia is still here. No freak out on that one. Segura is here. Long is here. Chanot's gone. But if you play 4 in the back and have Segura and Long together, well, I guess your problems are kind of solved, right? Yeah. It's logical. We're fine. I really will say that. With the lineup, we are fine. We still have options, which is beautiful. I'll go to you, Tony. 4-3-3 sounds a bit more manageable in this situation, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. Especially who's gone and who we have available. It seems more manageable. It's not going to be too crazy, but again, we still have to do the job that we set out ourselves to do.
Yeah. I think it's pretty straightforward. Lloris probably going to start this game. Why would he not? Mm-hmm. Backline, again, I think we can probably also predict Segura, Long, Palencia, Hollingshead.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll agree. Now, your 3 midfielders. I mean, there's O'Brien, there's Tillman, there's Ilie, there's Duenas that could play in this match. Tony, who do you put as your 3 in the mid?
I would probably just do Duenas as the sub and put Tillman, Ilie, and O'Brien just because of what we have. That's the best way to do it, and just have someone and Duenas come in as a sub for those one if we need to.
I mean that frees up Tillman to play higher in a higher
Mhm.
role in that setup too. So, Bam, your three midfielders look like that.
Pretty much, I'll agree with that. That's one of the best three midfielders we've got at the moment.
Which of course frees up Bogus to play up top again.
Yeah.
Oh, how painful! Like
Mhm.
that hurts so much. All right, so say Bogus is your right wing. Giroud's probably going to be up top. Why would he not be? So who's playing on the left? Who could that be? Who could that masked man be? Tony, if you're a betting man, who's next to those two?
Martinez.
He's not here.
I know.
He's
I was
out.
gonna say, that's what I said.
I know.
Or Dad.
Or Kai.
Yeah,
I
I
would
mean,
say-
we've played Kai wide before.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We've
He's
done
like
that.
like I said, he's more of a facilitator number 9, and with like both of them are both facilitators, but Kai has a little bit more, can play on the wing and still do what he needs to do. So
Could Vela get the start? I'll go over to you, Bam.
My big thing is because of the turf, which he's had problems there before. I don't see it. I don't think he's
You
going
don't
to
need to
travel.
rush it. You think
No, I
that's
don't
not?
think. No.
Okay.
As much like last episode, I was saying we need him to get game time. It's there. He's had problems there before. It's not worth it.
Yeah, I would think, I will throw this out there. I don't think he starts, but I do think he dresses. I do think he's on that bench as the feature, right? And if there's garbage time to be had, just a few minutes of show up money, right? As they call it. You might see that. You might see that. If we're getting the job done, if it's a tight game where you need a lot of work, I don't think that's going to happen, right? The critical moment. I don't think they're going to stick him into the mix for that. Not on the turf. I'll be interested to see what happens with the kids in this game and how they manage the minutes, because some of the younger guys could definitely get a look-see. We got a lot of faces that need minutes. Yeah, you go hard in the first with the team, 60th minute. If it's in a good spot, you let them run it out. That's for sure. So we'll see. We will see. I mean, we could even save Ilie's legs in this if we really needed to, and throw Duenas into the mix, and we don't risk Ilie on turf.
True.
It's nice
I
to be an LAFC supporter right now. I got to say that. Look at this lineup. Bam.
I honestly think it all matters what happens tomorrow in the Columbus game.
No?
If Crew gets the 3 points, we're still 5 points behind. We'll be 5 points behind them with the game in hand. If they don't get the 3 points, then we'll definitely push for the 3 points. That's what it all comes down to. They played the day before us. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, we control our destiny, right?
Yep.
That's it. Yeah. I mean, with them. Galaxy, different story. But again, we can't get a chance if we don't do the job. So, yeah, easy enough, I think. Tony, your thoughts? What do you need to see from the boys to get a result this weekend?
Just play the game that we usually play with the players that we have. We have the system. It's just, they understand they're professionals. They should be professionals. They understand what needs to be done. And, I just need them to finish and play an overall great game. And, this, as we say, like with Columbus being that situation, that is a major factor. So I hope they have that in the back of their minds and using that as potential to be like, all right, let's bring it back home if we get there.
Yeah, and for the available players, this is their chance to really cement things. We're in a bind a bit because of the lineup situation, right? It limits some of our options, but we still got veterans out there. We still got guys that know how to play in big games that will be featuring in this match. You gotta do the job. I think it's that simple. All right, so I see about 5 comments from the supporters. Let's see what you guys think. Where are we at here? All right. Dave says it does make him a bit nervous about getting the win. Yeah, it does, but like I said, look at what the other guys are doing. Ox is in the mix. Good seeing you at the stadium, sir. Good to see you and Papa Ox. All love to you guys. I love the whole family. It is good seeing you there. And of course, happy birthday, Tony, from Ox. There we go. Lunch special Geo, you're in my world on this one, sir. It says Vela plays 3 minutes. I'm thinking the same. Garbage time, baby. Let's get that show up money. Lunch Special Geo's not showing much love to Duenas, though. Says Duenas plays, we lose. Ouch. I don't know. I like him in the midfield. He does his job when we need him to. Wouldn't put him in the back. We all know that. But, he's had some good moments. He has. The upside is real. That's for sure. Ordaz, the upside is real, right? I could expect him playing in this game. So, yeah. I don't think Duenas starts, but I still think he plays. So, there you go. All right, that's it for our comments, guys. Thank you for making it happen. Again, we are lucky to have y'all jumping on. Lunch Special Geo says, bro gets bodied off of every single ball. He's not the biggest guy in the world, right? It's tough. It's tough. And they put him in some physical roles, right? But when he does have the ball, he's look pretty, I don't know. He's grinding. That's for sure. He gets us calls, too. So we will see. Again, do I see him starting in this one? No. Ox says, what happened to Araceli? It's a Friday night, man. It's an off night. She's got a lot of work to do in the next few days here. You know how it is? You know how it is. She is very busy. But she did give us all the facts for the game for LAFC 2. So, yes, we'd be in trouble without her. That's for sure. Oh, Ox is being mean. It's because their team lost. But her team won, right? That's the duality of Araceli's fandom. So, yeah. It only hurts so much. Yeah. All right. Good stuff, guys. Guess what that means? Because Tony's got somewhere to be. We're going to wrap this bad boy up a little bit early. Free the man. Let him enjoy his Friday night, people. That's how it's got to be. So, guess what we do? What we always do. We give our final thoughts. So I'm going to let Tony escape first. Sir, your final thoughts of the evening.
Final thoughts is have fun out there. Thank you for all the birthday wishes I've gotten up throughout the day. Thank you all. And let's again just get these 3 points and set ourselves up for a good position in future games that we may or may not play. Most likely may. But other than that, just take care of each other and let's keep supporting the boys.
Getting the job done. There it is. Well said, sir. Again, enjoy, my friend. Happy birthday to you. Again, we are indebted for all the service you've done for this show, for the North End, for the Black and Gold, man. All love. All love. Oh, I got to throw it over to Bam here as he's enjoying his lovely weekend.
Yeah.
Bam.
First,
Final thoughts.
Tony, happy birthday, mate. You're a great person. You're a great human. Have fun tonight. Go enjoy yourself. To everyone in the chat, thanks for being here. It's a Friday night. Enjoy yourself. Stay safe. Have fun. Just be a good human. Conversations can change a life, can save a life. Especially at the moment, it's the other day was World Mental Health Day. Especially with the men too. Talking is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of help. Get out there. Get help. You need it as well.
Well said, my friend. It is World Mental Health Day. So, good call, sir. And for me to all you guys, of course, enjoy the parties this weekend. Tony, especially. Enjoy your birthday weekend. Make it a weekend, my friend. And then we'll party next week, of course, on Decision Day. And that's how it should be. That's how it should be. And hopefully good news. Again, the boys need to give you a birthday present this weekend. That's all I know. I'll leave it at that. For the rest of you guys, again, thank you for jumping in late on a Friday night. We all got places to be and, some celebrations after your Dodgers won. I get you. It was a good comeback. Credit to her. Dude, the defense has been amazing. So good on you guys, but the Yankees are in the distance there, and Tony's waiting for that one. Got to get through the Mets first, though. Yeah, so we'll see how that runs. But yeah, good on you guys. Let's get ready for the weekend. Enjoy the boys playing on Sunday, and that's how it's got to be. You know what that means? Final word. Tony.
Stay golden, Los Angeles.
Bam.
Stay golden.
And from me to all of you, stay golden, Los Angeles.
Thank you for listening to the Heart of LAFC. Make sure to leave us a rating and review on iTunes or Stitcher. Shoulder to shoulder, the black and gold is taking over.